Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon, to bring in a setup play and review for the game Qwirkle. This particular edition is in a tin, as you can hear from the noise. It's in German only, you can get other editions, and it does take almost as long to set up as it does take to think about your turn in the game. You are going to have a number of these things to play with. These are going to have your tiles on them. I will let you know that even though they are tiered, so you think you play them this direction, I actually find better the other direction, as I'll show in a second. So whilst I am just flipping over some of these tiles, that is the start of the game. As I said, this is a certain edition which is made of cardboard. There are other editions which are made of either resin or wood. Even with wood, when they're painted, they're pretty much waterproof, so I do recommend them. It does come with an expansion, which I will not be talking to you about. I briefly gave my review in the unboxing video. So if you are interested in the weight and stuff like that, please go on ahead and check that out. You can find that obviously by searching AmassGames Qwirkle. You can also go to the playlist called AmassGames and the preview, teaser, trailer and overview videos. That's basically any videos that may come to the channel soon, any games that I'm just unboxing, give you a chance to see what's inside the box ahead of me actually giving you a review once I've played a game, all player counts, varied it up, and obviously give you my opinions on variants and stuff like that. So in this particular game, it did win the SPIEL.digital award. It will also go on a playlist for that SPIEL.digital. It also is going to go in the abstract, or I'm calling it now the abstrategy category as well. And it is a family weight game. It takes about 30 minutes, although I must admit it does typically take around an hour. It's a crunchy game, and I'll talk to you a little bit about my review as I'm just doing the last few tiles. Like the other video, I gave it 6 out of 10. I'll explain to you why in a moment. So here are all the tiles. And again, it is ages 6 upwards for 2 to 4 players. It does say it takes 30 minutes. I think it takes longer, by Susan McKinley Ross. So I'm going to zoom out now. What are you going to do on your turn? This is just a little player map we can use to make sure we don't lose tiles. But for now, let's try and keep it to one side. So firstly, you're drawing 6 tiles. They can be secret to you. And basically, in terms of who starts, it's, I believe, the person who has the most different colours, or then the most different shapes. As you can see, it's a bit tricky doing it this way around, which is why you'll notice it's slightly better to do it this way around. Can you see? As I said. Now, if you do enjoy this, please hit that share button, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. And again, if you want to check out the comments, please do so in YouTube and comment there. Everyone else can see them then. And also via the description, you can support the channel by Patreon. You can also go through the link tree. There are occasionally time-sensitive competitions. And via Facebook, please like there. And finally, Instagram, follow over 2,400 posts, including these pictures. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a set of 6, which makes a Qwirkle. So I've got 6 tiles, my opponent has 6, but let's just say I've got something that breaks ties, which might be on the youngest player. So what I'm trying to do is I can place out as many tiles as I like, and then I'll score the points. Now, something about this game is it does not give you anything to score with, which is very annoying. So you've got to have a piece of paper to hand. That scores me, that will score me, well, one of it on its own, I can score myself 1 point. That will score myself 2 points. I can't place this because we already have that symbol there. Okay, so then I score 2 points, then I would draw up. Then my opponent goes, and let's just go random for them. Let's just say they've got a single tile. So they can place this here. Why? Because it's the same shape, but different colour. So they've scored themselves 2 points. They can't place it here because it's a different shape and a different colour. That's the only place they could go. They could go there if they wanted to. And let's, oh, here we go, they got lucky. So what they can do is do this. On their turn, they can build as much as they can in one row. They can do this with the same colour. If it was the same shape and colour, I think there's 3 of each. There are 3 of each, then they have to be aware of that. Then you can't do so. Now, I'm talking a little bit about strategy here, but I think it's a little bit important to know the kind of game you're getting into. So they've scored that. They've also scored themselves some points. They've scored themselves 4 points because they've got 2 and 2 makes 4. They draw up, and now it's my turn. So now what I can do, I've got options here. I can place this here to get 3 points, and I don't think there's much else I can do. So I'll just play that there. So I place this here. That scores me 3. It's the same shape. It could be the same colour, as long as I go in a different direction. So my row is this way, so I score 5 points. And then I draw up 2 more tiles. So I always draw it back up to 6. And now it's their turn. Let's say they flip over this. So they can go here, and they get 4 points. And it's my turn, and I am thinking what I can do. Here we go, I've got this. Now this is where it gets interesting, because I can do this, which scores myself 4 points. But if you complete all of the 6 different colours in this instance, again, it could be with different shapes in this instance, you're going to score yourself a Qwirkle. That means it's worth 12 points, not 6. And that's something to bear in mind. So now I've placed this here, I'm worried, because they're going to have 6 tiles, and I can't see them. And that means they're only 2 away, they could do that. And that's the risk you're taking in this game. Do I want to just place a single one, and maybe next turn trying to draw them all? So now I'm drawing up back up to 2. I've risked it because I'm still scoring some points, but of course if I score 4 and they score 12, then that's an 8-point swing. So they've taken their turn. Let's say they've got a blue, which they can play here. So let's just score 2, let's say. Let's see if they can play this one. No, they couldn't. Okay, so now it's my turn again. I can't place, so I do have some circles here, but they won't really work. For now, let's just go over this direction. So I'm just going to place a green here, and that's it, 2 points. So I draw up again. And now it's their turn, and well, they had this one here, so I can just place this here for now, for 2. I'm back up to 6. Let's see where I could go. I could go for more yellows. I could play this. It's not great, just to get 3 points. But because I'm doing that, I can start a row. So my row's going this direction, and I've scored myself at 5 in total. So 3 and 2 makes 5. I draw back up because again I'm trying to get 7 things in my hand. In this instance, I'm trying to get another couple of things here, or maybe 2 more things here. Let's see. They're going to take their turn. They've got this. They can just chuck that there for 3, let's say. Can they play something else? No, they couldn't. So now I'm thinking where to go. So just for now, I'm going to lowball it and go over here. Just to get myself 4 points. There's nothing else that goes with it. I draw up, and now it's their turn, and they had, what was it? Circle yellow. So they could go here and score themselves 4 points. And then they get this next turn, which they couldn't play. I've now got these tiles. Now, where do I want to try and go? Yellows, I can't work with. Hopefully you can see this okay. I've got this purple one over here, this block. So maybe the thing is with going with purple block, that's not a bad thing. So I go here, I need to make sure I've got a purple star next goes there. So let's just do that. And I don't have it in this instance. They've got this one, which they could play over here, because they can't go here, it's the same type. And then it's back to me again. So I could just place this here. I can't place it here. I could place it here because that's fine. It's a different row. Blue. And again, I could try and get rid of lots of tiles or try and hold them back. So placing out just one only replaces 1 in my hand, which is great. Now this isn't good because it's the same one again. They're going to go, and they've got a purple one over here. They can just go here for 3, let's say. Any other purples? Oh, they can. And let's just see if they've got any more. No, so they couldn't place that. All right, and let's see if we can just do a bit more to get this Qwirkle going. All right, so we can't go here. That is locked off now because we can't place an orange clover leaf, and we can't place a green clover leaf or anything other than a green here. So it has to be unique. It won't work. So that's, bear in mind, we've now locked off some spaces. There's nothing to show that you've done that. So as we keep going, let's see what they can do next. We've got this piece. If you want to double speed it, you can. Let's just say they've got this piece here. Let's say they've gone here for 5 points. And then they've got this tile. Where am I up to? Can't place this down here. What are we looking for down here? We're looking for the circle. And there haven't been any red circles out yet. So let's just crack on with plonking out. Let's try and chuck out 3 things. We could do this. 1, 2, 3. So I've scored myself another 5 points. 3 and 2. I'll draw up 3. Haven't got what I needed, but let's just say we do get to getting that circle. As you can see, in a 2-player game, it's a bit back and forth. You don't know what they have. As you get down to the last few tiles, what you're starting to notice is you can work out exactly what they have, and therefore that's where the real decision kicks in. It's like, well, do I want to do this knowing that they're going to score that? Sometimes they can block you off, because if I start sticking something around here, it can force people from stopping them from going somewhere. For example, here, if we happen to have that purple star here, that's fine, because you can still fill in the gap. And in terms of filling in a line, what you can do, that's absolutely fine. You could be filling in a line here and here to complete something. So for example, if we had this here, if we happen to get out, it's going to have to be the green star, wherever that is. Let's see what it is. We need a green star, and we're looking for the red circle. And as you can see, there's a bit of tension building up. So yeah, my rating's a 6 out of 10 because it's just, I don't know, it's very interesting. It's a bit bland. So this will score. Now you could do this, but if you happen to have this as well, that will score you 14 points. Why? Complete is 6, but double because it's a Qwirkle, because you complete it, so you get 12. And you happen to build a bit more, so that's 14. So you don't have to do this, but you might want to. On one turn, I happen to have 5 purples, and I just chuck down 5 onto an existing one to get myself getting another Qwirkle. And what was I going to show you? That's green star. So if you wanted to, you could play this on your turn. That's absolutely fine. And now you've scored yourself a Qwirkle, it's 12 points. If you happen to have this, again, get another 2, so that's 14. So there are occasions where you can build on each end of the line. So for example, if you happen to have, I can't really see a great example of this right now, but you could build on the end here. You could build 1, if you happen to have another thing here in 1 turn, 2, 3, and if you happen to have that red clover leaf, now remember we've already got 1 in play, so proportionally there might be a lower chance. You could play this on 1 turn, that's absolutely fine. So that's the game of Qwirkle. Again, let me know your thoughts on this one. Have you enjoyed it? There are other games like it. Axio's a bit similar by Rainer Knizia. If you like Rainer Knizia or you want to know more about Dr. Rainer Knizia, having made over 700 games, check out my Rainer Knizia playlist. I've over 80 playlists. Also, you might want to check out other games like Iota, which is this, but in a tiny tin box, which is fine. I think that's by Gamewright, and I've got a Gamewright playlist as well. So yeah, this is Qwirkle. It's done very well. Like I said, this particular version with these pieces, they are fine. Again, these are a bit funny. They're a bit weird how they're laid out. It's not my favourite, obviously, abstract game. I do like abstracts, but I think it's just a bit... It's too calculating. I seem to know what I need to do. I seem to be fine at the game, but I just rather play other games, and that's the crux of it. But if you want something that is obviously themeless, which I'm absolutely fine with themeless games, you might want to consider something which just has something else to it. I mean, the fact that it's a combinatorial game, which I think I've got a playlist for as well, that makes a factor, and it's something to bear in mind. So I hope you found this interest. Again, let me know your thoughts, and back to the table.